Oh. Right. What I'm going to do now is, for a while now, I'm going to tell you my versions, and well, from what I can recollect, as far as what I state here is of the truth. Any mistakes could be corrected if I'm pulled out, if I've said anything that I've forgotten, and it'll just be purely simple because I've forgotten. But as far as I'm aware, I'll tell you the full story. Actually, I should, because Karen's involved in that as well. And also, Mandy, Grand Rising. It was a long time ago. It's 3 minutes past 11 here. So, right then. Now, I've had a few messages, right, and I've never really acted upon it. And I can speak that Karen will be able to explain, because I've always said all the way through, I'm not sure, because obviously being me, who I am, I'm very used to attacks. Anne-Marie is here as a witness here. How you doing, Anne-Marie? So Anne-Marie's here as a witness, and anybody else that, because Anne-Marie's known me quite a long time, and she's seen what I've had to go through and what I've had to put up with all the lies and slander. But this is going to shock you guys. When you hear what I'm going to play, it's going to shock you, right? Nothing really shocks me anymore. Nothing really shocks me. But remember, as I used to always say, the $64,000 question. The $64,000 question, which in my terminology is, are the people out there saying bad things and lies and slanderous lies and very harmful and hurtful lies, may I say, to call someone a paedophile and to call someone a Freemason and to call someone, say someone's on the sex offenders list, all these things like that, and to say that it stole millions and millions of pounds off people and stuff like that, I would say that was pretty bad. Yeah, would you not agree? I'm sure you'd all agree. But I've had all those things thrown at me by idiots, but those idiots aren't such idiots, because as you know, with the Hoaxstead lot, and as the team that used to be with me, I say a team, actually, I shouldn't even say team, as a group of individuals that we all did, and we all stood together, and we was trying to bring correctness back into this world. Anne-Marie being one of them, definitely, because I'm well, matey, hope you are too. Are they still making shite up to toot? Wait till you hear this, Anne-Marie. Wait till you hear this. This is from Victoria Leonard, right? So, the point is here, you know how I work things out. Now, I work things out as if someone's saying something about something that they've been told, it's one thing. But when they start to say, that I've done things like, i.e., we were having a conversation, I've never spoken to the lady. I have to seriously, I'm thinking, because when someone tells you you've done something that you haven't done, I'm like thinking like, I've got no recollection of ever speaking to this woman. I do recall sending some messages saying that we should talk, we should have a chat. Because where I first saw this Victoria Leonard was when, who was it? I forget who it was. Somebody. Oh, who was it? Somebody sent me a message. There was a live feed that Kelly was on. Kelly Louise, Karen Louise's daughter, and she was being taken under an alleged Dole's order. Yeah, and she was being taken to Wales. So who was it? Anyway. somebody sent me a message to have a look at the, so I went onto the live feed, but I'd missed the live feed. It was, the live feed had obviously finished. So I put a message on there and all this lot. And then whoever it was will know who it was. It was one of us lot that used to be on that global jury, yeah? It was one of the good guys, yeah? One of the good ones on that bit, one of the good ones on the jury. So yeah, sticks and stones. And like I say, it doesn't matter to me because none of it's true. So like I say, sticks and stones, absolutely. Words will never hurt me. But, you know, as you'll hear in this, it's very hurtful in the aspects of, like, you know, it's not, doesn't hurt me, but I mean, this isn't good, guys. And it's right for me to stand up. So, but me, I'm transparent. So I'm here for you guys, yeah? So you can hear it. You can hear what's being said about me. You've seen what's been said about me by the Hoaxstead lot and all this lot. But this woman here is saying the police have said this. So listen up, Mr. Policeman out there. Listen up here now. Every single policeman, yeah, every one of you policemen out there, yeah, I'm giving you, you've got my full entitlement, yeah, to release my fucking records. Do you understand me? You release everything on me, yeah, what you've got on me. So if there's any fucking child sex abuse or anything to do with abusing children, you get it out there in the fucking public now. You release those. I can't release them because they're not there. But if you've got them, you release them, because I'd like to see them, Mr. Policeman. I want to see some fucking records that you're allegedly, Victoria Leonard, saying that you policemen have got, because you've told this woman, Victoria Leonard, according to her, that you've been told, yeah, you've told this woman, some Welsh copper or something. Anyway, we've got a few people on now. So, you know, hopefully, I forget who it was now, the one who got in touch with me because of the young Kelly being taken, and I was giving him just giving her some advice, giving her some free advice. Don't have to take it. This is what I'm saying. Just make sure that the dole's order's got a seal on it and it's got a wet ink signature on it to give an author. This is all I was saying. Ask the policeman under a penalty of perjury on his oath, yeah, under the Nolan's principles, to do his due diligence and make sure that the dole order is an authentic and valid dole order, because they can't take you with just a piece of paper, because this is paper terrorism that I've been exposing for a long time with Anthony Badaloo also, and many, many others, yeah? So, have you done an SAR, FOR? I know what my records are. I know what my records are, Mandy. I know what I've done. I know what I've been caught for. You know, I know what the police wanted me to work with them for. I didn't have to get anything, by the way. I didn't have to do anything. The police wanted me to work for them. But as I told the police, and as I'll tell any other fucker, I don't work for nobody, eh? And no one can hurt me more than I can hurt myself. And it's me that I have to live with. I don't have to live with anybody else. It's me. I have to live with my thoughts and what I have done. And that's why I keep myself clean, mate. And that's why I can sleep very nicely at night. So anyway, I'm going to play this now, so that you can hear it. So you can hear what I have to. Just some more abuse. Now I'd be interested to know whether Victoria Leonard has actually got any evidence, because I'd love for her to put it out. And Victoria, you've got my full permission to put everything out on me, because apparently you're going to do this anyway, so great. Looking forward to seeing it, because all this great information you've got, I dare say, will be like Gary Clark and Nathan Curtin and Den Tarrigan and Joanne Solis, you know, all these other ones, and you know, all these other great, highly respectable people that put all that great stuff out and said that Hoaxstead were really beautiful people, really good people. Hoaxstead. Yeah, okay. So anyway, I'm going to share this one out for you guys. Share this one out for you so you can have a listen, and you know, you make of this as you will. This is a phone call, yeah, that Sean has forwarded on to me. There is other ones, by the way. There is other ones. Now, I got a message from Dean Willis, yeah, that some people had been going to him saying that there was a woman called Victoria Leonard saying some very harsh things about me, very nasty things, and as you'll hear in this conversation. right? And I said, like, yeah, don't worry. And with what she was saying at the time, it was like, this was verbatim Yolanda Kenwood, right? So let's see. I'll just play it. So rather than put the screen, all right, because you don't want to just see that, do you? Let me just see if you can hear it. Okay. Let me know if you can hear this. Okay.
Hello, Victoria.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Have you seen someone? I don't know who it is. Maybe you can help me. But
Yeah.
I've seen people.
Just give me the thumbs up if you can hear this. Okay, please. Yeah. Did you get the recording, Andy? Can you get it? Can you hear it? Okay. Yeah, you can hear it fine. Yeah. Yes, I've got your recording, Frank. I can also, I mean, Karen, I mean, as far as I'm aware, right, my outing Victoria Leonard, whatever her name is that she came onto one of my posts on my timeline, right, and started saying some things, and I basically hit her back with the usual, you know, produce the material evidence, or what was it normally say? Can I give me your address for service if you want to, or name, put it under the penalty of perjury, yeah. But anyway, so I'll state that again, you know, Victoria Leonard, like, yeah, this is what you're saying. This is what you're saying, because you've said a lot of stuff in here, yeah, and I'm putting this out to the public so that you can all hear what this woman said about me, right?
Well, I've only been back in this country since last Monday.
Yeah.
And there's been, like, I don't know if you've seen any, like, information going around about me at all.
About who, darling?
About me.
No, what's going on about you?
Well, I don't know. It just seems that people, I noticed your post, like, you were expressing your views and stuff, which you're entitled to, do you know what I mean, about people, and you're giving me the heads up, which is fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's because he's been a year of making my life hell, mate. And when I wanted to speak to you privately, so go and phone me. So since I warned you, right, and I only did it privately to be like, just be careful because he's a very dangerous man. I've just had so much, because I planted the seeds of who is this man about a year ago, and he's got connections to Teresa Williams. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I've got connections to Teresa Villas. Teresa, if I've got connections with you, do the right thing, gal. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me, Teresa Villas? We're connected. Victoria Leonard says we're connected. Do your right job. Get your arse into action and help Sean out. You went to a wedding, for God's sakes. Just because you're an ex-boyfriend of her ex that's doing all this to her doesn't mean anything, because I'm connected to you. I override just because you was going out with her ex. Get on with your job. You're a paid servant. Do it under the Nolan principles with honesty and integrity. Sort out Sean. She's not seen or smelt her children for 4 months. This is disgusting. But anyway, by the by, we'll continue.
He's also got connections to the Texas Thousands, so I've been looking into buying.
Who's the Texas Thousands, by the way? I don't know who the Texas Thousands is. Could please someone give me a knowledge up on who the Texas Thousands are, please?
The other side with this PI that I'm working with on another case, which is also that other lady who I'm going to dinner with, you know, Scott Taylor's wife, Michelle.
No, I have not heard of her. No.
You've spoken to her. She, you know, Scott Taylor, who died, he was impaled on the railings. She's trying to bring about the fraud in HMRC. Michelle.
Have you spoken to her?
Yeah. I've spoken to her. She wants us all to get together, but she's spoken to you at some point on your journey. I don't know when it was. But she's been saying about strange things happening and being careful about infiltrating. I said, you don't have to tell me, because a bit like you in the beginning, I was a bit like, listen, if it's not happened to me, people get wronged, I just see everyone with love and light, and I'm just spreading truth and blah, blah, blah. And there were 2 or 3 incidences that took place that really nearly got me in a lot of trouble, unnecessary trouble. But they weren't directly involving me, if that makes sense. And the connection every time was that Andrew Devine and Amy Ross.
Amy, I think Amy's on my friends list now. But you know, I think it's probably within the last week, if it is. But if I'm wrong with that, Amy, not that I've ever spoken to you, but if it's correct, Amy, can you just give me the heads up if you're listening? Just let me know how long, because I mean, obviously, you know, but you know, apparently I'm connected to you as well.
And I was like, that's a bit strange, you know, because I'd helped Amy, or tried to, and I managed to get her a mother and baby placement for her last child that was taken in hospital when she was pregnant. And we had this really strange meeting where all of a sudden the social worker was being very apologetic to me, and I'm messaging Amy, it's all done virtually, and I'm like, I said, I'm sure she's coming, you know, and they were looking at each other quite awkwardly, and they said, Victoria, I don't think Amy is coming because she doesn't want the mother and baby placement. I said, don't be ridiculous. She said, can you help me? I'll do anything to be with my children. And she went, they said, well, you've not read the email she sent us. And she purposely not CC'd me in. Let me go to this meeting, and it was awful. She said she didn't need to go to a mother and baby placement. It was insulting. It was only the social services that saw the issues, and that blah, 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 and that she wasn't going to bow down to, you know, to what they were suggesting. And it's like, it wasn't just them that was suggesting it, and it was her own admittance and her own statement that that would be a good idea initially. And so I tried really hard to battle with her to be like, come on, you know, what if we come and visit you every day? What if, you know, to make you feel more comfortable, what could we do? What if you increase contact with your other children in the meantime? Will that help? You know, we did everything, and then she just blocked me, disappeared. And I thought, well, never mind, you know, we can only try. I wasn't going to be so busy chasing people. And then these series of people, James Holmes, Andrew Devine, they were phoning me and recording me.
Right. Victoria Leonard, I've never spoke to you. I remember sending you a message saying we should talk, but I never talked to you. I've never spoken with you. So how does that work out then? And as for James, I don't know who the James guy, whoever that is, I don't seem to even know this guy. I know that he was, I remember him saying something, because he's been saying something about Victoria Leonard. And I, to be truthful, I don't know what it is. All I know is what she's been saying about me behind my back. So, we'll carry on.
But pretending to be my friend, and I don't need to be rude, like, I don't know how to say this right, but they're not barristers, they're not judges, they're just normal people.
Thank you, Victoria. You said something nice. Yeah, I would class myself as a normal person, but define normal, that would be a difficult one, right? So the point here is, yeah, right, you have made a statement, yeah, that I've phoned you up and I've recorded you. Well, I haven't got any recordings of you. And just for the record, as Sean clearly pointed out earlier, that I never asked her to record anything. I never asked her to record this, make this recording. But Sean does her due diligence. She records everything, as rightly should, you know. But Karen, what this Victoria did to Karen, yeah, Karen can speak for her own self on that, because it's nothing to do with me. But again, you know, you'll see what she's done to Sean. Basically, she did exactly the same to Karen.
So why are they coming after people like you or I that are just normal people?
Hang on, how are they coming after me?
Well, no, not well. They will at some point. I'm not saying they will straight away. There's an ulterior motive, but there definitely is. So when they went, there was another woman that Andrew Devine friendlied with and has done exactly the same thing with.
Right, this other woman that she's talking about, friendly with, right? She's talking about Karen. Now, Karen came to me, And like I say, I forget who it was now that introduced her or said, I went on, I was brought into this. I was brought into this and Karen came to me. Yeah, that was all. So just so you know.
With him and her. So there's this man called David Swift. And he tells people, I ask if they want to be interviewed and they say no. Well, that's convenient because they blocked you once they found out who you are. He was on my friends list and he was like mutual friends with like 75 people. And then he started like telling people I was helping, actually in fucking court. Don't engage. Tell them it's a kangaroo court. He was making women look fucking nuts. He was encouraging women that were 15 years alcohol free with alcohol addictions previously. And they were like, you know, volunteering for churches. Some of them had done degrees. They were doing really fucking well, all in fantastic positions to overturn parent orders. They would like turn up to the court and I'd be like, you're excited. And they'd be like, I've sacked my solicitor. And I'd be like, what? Like,
so here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? What's your thoughts on the 77th Brigade?
Well, mate. It's hidden in plain sight.
What do you mean by that?
Duper's delight. Just to let you know on the scenario, like, you know, first things first, like she's saying, I'm telling people to get out of court. No, all I've ever done is say, like, you know, is there a claim? Is there a statement of truth attached to a lay of information that's attached to a court application file with an application fee that's been paid that you can say that this is a court case? You know, and sack your lawyer, sack your lawyer. Well, the lawyer doesn't work for you. I think everybody knows that now. The lawyer works for the judge, yeah? Yeah, and the judge is only an actor, as you know. So, you know, wow, what? Sack your lawyer, okay. What? And verify that it's a court case, because they're not court cases, guys. I think that's pretty obvious now. If there's no case management file, then there's nothing in the case. Then there's no case to answer to, yeah?
I personally think that we are infiltrated at every level. I think the 1% and the 77th Brigade, or what I call them, you know, that's all part of the same thing, isn't it? I think they're all anti-reform because of the money they're making. You've then got the fact that HMRC is a fantastic platform for money laundering through the closed family court, as we're seeing non-stop, with women having their assets stripped of them, losing their home.
And men, Victoria, and men.
And men, sorry, I'm only talking on the ones that I know of, but I do know of men. I mean, my friend David, one man I know of that's similar, but that's on the higher rounds. You probably know more people because you've had, no offence, you've had a bigger house. So you know more people from those circles that are men and women that have been treated like that, which is good, because that's what we need to do. I'm looking for anyone who's been done over through the family court through a business called Legal and Equitable, because that will help you massively with your malfeasance and bringing that down, because I think I've got 5 case studies of situations where people have been asset stripped through the family court because it's closed, because it's protected.
But why are they asset stripping? Explain that to me. That doesn't make sense. Sorry, just you know more than I do.
Say for example, powerful one has wife possibly found out who they are, what they're doing. Wife easily then to paint mad by saying she's a conspiracy theorist, kicking wife out, and then asset stripping wife through the family court and taking children, and almost having like a step-by-step bridge pathway. Like they go to their friends, these solicitors, which I've got 2 people involved, which is Harvey Lawrence and Lorraine Lawrence. And it used to be a man called Bella in PLO law in New York, but I think he's retired now. And these people all are connected again.
In New York?
Then back to, because some of them are accountants and barristers. Some of them have multiple forms. Davis Wolf, he's another one. And you can go to these people and you can say, I need everything, and she needs to be silenced and gagged. And
so if you know that that's your truth and you're witnessing that, why is it so wrong when you made the statement earlier on that like I would say to women right now or to anybody, men or women, that to go into that scenario is legal entrapment through asset stripping. So can you see?
Yeah, I know, I get you, but it depends.
Because that's completely.
Whether or not they want to see their kids. If their objective is to fight the system in their one case, then go find some people get savvy.
So how do you think I should win my case then? When the police don't police.
I think you should do it. I think you should do it both ways.
Which is what?
I think you should engage in all their hoop jumping, document it to show how
but they
realistic
blocked me from everything. I've just had a CAFCAS letter blocking me from everything.
What do you mean? What, you just had a CAFCAS?
Yeah, I've just uploaded it. They've just blocked me out of everything.
What did they say? Have they given a reason why?
Because I'm exposing fraud.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, will they communicate with you in any other method?
Not that I'm aware of, no. What's your thoughts on Freemasonry and all of that?
100% exists. My biggest bugbear, it's in every fucking thing at the moment. We need to top down, go. All has to go. All these people want to go. If you have to give your ethnicity and religion on a form, then you should have to tick whether or not you're a fucking Mason. And then it should be looked into what degree you are and how fucking dangerous you are to the organisation of which you're working with.
Mm.
You know, if you're an electrician that's doing cycle bike rides to raise money for kids with cancer, that's different. That's a man's club, do you know what I mean? What I'm talking about is, like your husband, you're writing policies, safeguarding procedures, legislative administrators. How can you be in fair and truth and justice? And if you're part of an organisational body, you see, I wouldn't be able to continue to be a director of family secretaries and be a judge. I know that's a conflict of interest. Do you know what I mean? So why, if I know that, a regular, normal person, wouldn't someone else go, oh, is it really a good idea that we're a Freemason working on a completely different agenda whilst we're representing the truth of people? Yeah. But yeah, Freemasonry does exist. You can see it everywhere. Andrew Devine.
Do you know anyone called Shelley?
I know loads called Shelley. What the fuck?
We did state it earlier, yeah. I am not a Freemason. I have never been a Freemason. And, you know, I don't know what else I can say, but, you know, I make that under the complete penalty of perjury. You know, I will give you everything I've got. I will disappear. I will go and hang myself if I'm a Freemason. Anyone can produce any material evidence to substantiate that claim. I look forward to you. Please bring it. Please bring it. Yeah, because I mean, and it gets a lot worse than this, by the way, guys. It gets a lot worse than this. So, and there's a lot more claims here as well that I'll also be rebutting right here and right now in front of you all.
Two Shelleys.
Shelley Moat?
I've heard of Shelley Moat, yes. I know Shelley Moat. I think she used to say a lot of speaking out and stuff.
Yeah, what's she like?
As far as I haven't had bad anything to say about her. I have never seen any of her previous lives. But as far as I'm told, seeing in group, she seems like a nice person. She does nice things to people.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem horrible. You know, it doesn't seem a horrible person by any means.
Interesting.
I have heard other people say different things, you know. So, I mean, it's one of those things. I've heard some people say that she's a child abuser, and that she's covering up. But then I think everyone says that about anyone that's involved with the family business anyway. But, you know, like all women are mad. All women that have their children or aren't with their children are abusers or alcoholic or deserve it. So that's also something else I've heard quite frequently. So I tend to be a bit of devil's advocate. It's not to say I don't think people have the potential to be an arsehole. It's just that if they did or were an arsehole, then everyone has the chance to change for the best interests of their children. Isn't that what we all want? And sometimes you can help people by being there and pointing out their faults and how they can make them better.
Okay. So I have
Mhm.
been made aware, and
Yeah.
I've seen your post as well, right? And it's just for transparency on my part, right?
Mhm.
I want to know why everyone's attacked but you. Like, explain that to me.
What do you mean everyone's attacked? Have you not seen what they've done? You obviously haven't been looking at it from anything other than Andrew Devine's side, Sean.
No, hang on.
Careful. No, I'd be very careful.
Listen.
On my door. Listen, no, you listen. You've asked me a question. Okay? I have a little metal box on my door. I've recently had the police called on me. I've been arrested for having a rainbow fucking AK-47. Okay? I can prove all of this, of which I'm happy to do. How many times have these people that attacked me, have they been arrested? Not once. How many times have they had false accusations to the point of being called a child abuser and having fuel sprayed through their door and having their children threatened? Not once. How many times did they have their electronic devices? Not once. How many times did I call the social services on them? Not once. How many smashed windows have they got? Not one. So when people say I haven't been targeted, just go and speak to my friend Jason about the targeting, or about the fact that Officer Woods, Justin, his name is, or you might know him as James Holmes, that works very closely with the other paedophiles and the Masons, recorded and pretended to be my friend Soph's here now, even pretended to be for her friends, care about children, and he was recording me from day one, and I luckily, Anne-Marie, Jason, lots of other stalwarts that are very trustworthy, should we say, like, as in they use their own names, that's always a big giveaway as well. These really, really, really wonderful people were on a call where he said that he would happily encourage people to burn my house down, and that he believed he could cure paedophilia. I think Jason's got the recording if you want it off him. We just don't do public mudslinging normally. But the reason why I've gone apeshit crazy is because Jerry Hannah, Andrew Devine, and other people have started going for my children.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Going for her children. Oh my God.
And a lot of people have mistaken my kindness for weakness, but I'm a calculated bitch, especially when it comes to my children. And I don't hide anything.
It wasn't.
I never will do, but I do find it funny how you're having your ear bent by the literally.
Victoria, it was.
Have you checked out what I want to know?
Victoria, let me speak. Victoria.
Have you checked other people? Have you checked out my criminal records?
Victoria, just hang on one sec. You've got to let me speak because we're having a conversation, yeah? It's not Andrew. There's a video from Shelley Moat on YouTube, #terrorists, and it's all about me and Andrew. Right? It's not Andrew's not said a single bad word about you in any way, shape, or form.
Hasn't he? You clearly haven't watched his videos then.
Right.
Because he recorded me
yeah.
and laughed at the fact that I didn't and I wasn't with my child. And on one phone call,
I want to see that. I've got to see that video. I want to see that video, Victoria, where I recorded you laughing at your children. I want to see that. This has to be someone else with the same name, surely. Well, to be truthful, it gets better. It does get better, and you're going to hear us say that this is the police that are giving this information. It gets better. Trust me.
I'm crying to someone who I believe is my friend that Andrew was paying, called Karen, and they're roaring with laughter because I'm crying, saying, I just don't understand. I want to smell my child.
Right,
Andrew Devine, which will be put on Wednesday. Make sure you watch the day.
Victoria, just listen. Just listen to me.
I told you not to get into bed with me.
Victoria, you've got to let me speak. You've got to let me speak. I sense and I hear, right, that you're very upset and very frustrated by this person.
If your threatened, and you are, I'm sorry, but you're.
Why are you shouting at me? Why?
You were asking me questions, and I warned you. I warned you, and I hate stupid people. I'm sorry. My kids.
Why are you shouting?
I think you can. I mean, I don't know about your experience of people, but when people are like this, it's like most people, like, you know, when someone starts shouting and whatever like that, you know, it's because they don't know the answers. So all they can do is attack. It's the best form of defense, isn't it? And it's to divert off the things. Now, the main thing is, you know, you've got a recording of me abusing you, you know, I forget whatever it was you said. I want to see this evidence. I don't just want to see it. I want you to show the people. I want you to show all the people out here what a bad man I am. Because if I am this bad man, I can assure you on my heart, I didn't even know I was being this bad man. And if there's something that I'm doing that I'm not aware of, then, you know, this needs putting out, man. And you need putting it out to bed. You need to put it out there so that I can see the facts and I can see what it is I'm doing, because I'm completely oblivious of this. So if there is something that's affected me and I've got something wrong with me where I'm having blackouts and I'm doing things that I don't even know that I'm doing, you need to, oh no, now it's saying my live feed's ending. Can everyone, can I just ask, can everyone still see still see me? It'll be available shortly after. Because it's going to get better, yeah. Can anyone still see me? I've got to ask this, because it might have ended. Can anyone still see me? Can hear you. Never heard you say anything bad. Right, let me just show you what fake books doing to me. So I'm showing you now the live. What's this? Welcome to minds. So you can see I am still live, but as you can see, Facebook tells me, I don't know if you can see that, but if it says this live feed has ended, it'll be available to watch on your timeline shortly. So, you know, well done, Facebook. What are you trying to do? Are you trying Facebook? Are you trying to protect somebody or something? Anyway, we'll carry on.
Do the maths, lovely, before I hang up.
Why are you shouting at me?
I'm not shouting. This is called me being passionate. We've had this conversation. Okay, I speak fast because I'm very intelligent and I don't like bullshit. Now, we've had a conversation. We keep going back and mentioning names that I've told you.
I'm trying to understand you. I'm trying to understand you.
I'm not wasting my time. I'm a very busy person talking about Andrew Devine anymore.
You're being very defensive.
Because these fuckers have threatened my home, Sean.
Okay, I get that.
Because they threatened my home.
I don't know where she lives, by the way. And I have never threatened her home or whatever. I've never ever said it. I've never even threatened her. I've had multiple people coming to me saying that she's saying horrendous things about me behind my back. But I have never said anything bad about her. Yeah. So just because, I mean, obviously I've got to keep rebutting these horrendous things that she's saying. And it gets worse. It gets worse, guys. Keep listening.
I don't want you to be threatened.
I get
You're
that.
not listening to
I am listening to you. I am listening to you, but there's no need to shout. I've not smelt my children for nearly 4 months. I'm listening to you. What I'm trying
4 months, try a year, darling. And try in the meantime having your other 2 children attacked and spat at in the street because of people like Andrew Devine.
And I'm sorry that has happened to you, okay? I've known this person. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of something. That's all I'm trying to do. And I know that you're angry, and I understand why you'd be angry. That is horrible.
Recording or anything that you're feeding back to Andrew Devine.
I'm not. Listen.
I would just say I don't give a shit if people find me angry. It's my kids. I'm protected.
I get that.
Anybody phones me and questions.
I'm not questioning you. I'm not questioning you.
And Andrew Devine will know. How long's he been blocked? He'll be able to tell you.
How long have we been blocked? Oh, well, yeah. So I think she said that I blocked her. No, but she blocked me. Yeah, she blocked me when I asked her. I didn't even get a chance to ask the question because she wouldn't answer what I'd put on my timeline. I'm glad to know. Exactly, my friend. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people out there. I'm sure there's a lot more people out there because you hear the way she attacks, and she attacked Karen. Karen was the one that exposed that on a video. That's the only thing that I've really put out about her. And that was because Karen had had enough. She was abusing her too badly.
Why is that? What's been happening in that time?
Victoria, just take a breath. I'm not questioning you. I'm asking.
Sorry, I'm not angry at you, Sean. It's not
right?
me, don't worry.
I get it. Listen, our job, everybody, is a very important piece of the puzzle in God's work, right? Everybody, you, everybody, okay? I've spoken to Michelle, and she mentioned that this woman called Victoria has reached out to her. I now know that's you, right? Okay, so my thing is, like, to come to me directly. If you want to be part of this public inquiry thing, that's absolutely...
I haven't reached out to Shelley Moat.
No, Michelle Young.
Oh, Michelle Young. Yeah. She's reached out. Yeah, we're working in the same realm for the same person, coincidentally.
Right.
And you came up, and I said you're a good person to get on with what she is thinking about and what you're thinking about. And she's got the same kind of I don't have access to. She's got the same kind of people, the same kind of private school, how they've been fucked, that kind of avenue, which obviously is going to be 100% beneficial to what you're doing, because you need as many case studies as you can get.
Have you spoken to Sasha Stone?
Sasha Stone, she's a journalist.
No, it's a man. It's a man.
Oh no,
right,
I
okay.
agree, but she's
right.
a female journalist.
Okay. To bring this public inquiry to the forefront, everybody is being targeted, Victoria. You know what that's like. You know how painful it is. I'm being targeted. Everybody's been everybody, including Andrew's. Everyone's been targeted.
Andrew has not been targeted.
Listen to me.
Andrew is in Greece. And
so was I. So was I. So was I. I was in Greece.
Yeah, but you're not. You're not a criminal.
I know I'm not.
You haven't done anything wrong other than speak the truth.
Right? Can you?
But whereas he is convicted of crimes in Wales, he didn't attend the court hearing.
What's he convicted for? What's he convicted for?
Okay, so if you contact South Wales Police, they will actually tell
I've got a bit of a problem with the police at the moment, because I don't trust them because they're Freemasons. So that's the.
Well, no, I agree with that. But they will the best thing is, you can also ask him. And
I've been accused of kidnap, Victoria. So
for anybody out there, I mean, it would be very interesting. Anyone who wants to contact the Welsh police, apparently, I'm a paedophile. Now, you know my date of birth, don't you? Yeah, because it's on my timeline, isn't it? 2nd of April, 1967. Yeah? Born and bred, Burton-on-Trent, yeah. Go and see if these Welsh police have got anything on it. Right? They know who I am, mate. I can assure you that. Even the Welsh police do, don't they? Because it was going through to the Welsh switchboard, wasn't it, when I was phoning through for John Patterson, remember?
So if someone wanted to go look through my track record...
My friend is on abduction charges in Tunisia that I've set.
Right, so with that compassion, just hear me out, right? And
I was compassionate to this man for a year. And
listen,
just... Ask him about Karen Taylor and Kelly.
Just listen, please. I know this is a trigger for you, and I'm trying my hardest not to trigger you. I do feel, I can feel your energy.
Honestly, I think that you think you guys have been attacked because
No, that's not what I'm saying.
People are attacking you.
Victoria,
and you're telling me not to be triggered by it when I know what is going to happen to you
Victoria, right. Just take a breath. What is going to happen to me next? I'm generally asking you. If you have insight into what's going to happen to me next, I'm asking as a friend, as someone that I know that's on the same page.
So what happens with these targets normally is false information. For me, I was put on all the paedophile sites that I was a child abuser.
Right.
So then I had my name and my kids' pictures put on paedophile sites. Jay King and Andrew Devine were the ones that were the key players in that.
Wow. More accusations, Victoria. Shame on you, girl. Shame on you, really. This isn't good, you know. This isn't fucking good at all, really. You know, this is disgusting. I don't know what else you've been saying behind these, but I'm sure there'll be more people coming forward on who it is that you've been saying, because I've had enough people come telling me what you've been doing.
How, right, help me understand this as if, like, if we're looking at this rationally from like a criminal investigation point of view.
Yeah, so the reason I found out.
How have you got evidence that that was him?
Okay, so I've got the crime numbers, but I don't have them now on me. But I reported to the police the fact that fuel had been sprayed through my door. The police, there's a chief police officer that came round, and we had all the fire alarms replaced. Cameras, USB cameras, putting the fire alarm by the door, and what they called, mono thingy detectors. Then they put a metal thing on the door and they removed all my recycling. They said that there was a high chance that the threats online were just that, threats, that shouldn't panic, but they did want to run us through a safety regime because of the nature of them. And I was like, okay, well, I thought, well, they're putting everything in place, so surely I'm going to be totally fine. And then that evening, in a call, bearing in mind I called the police. Now, naively, as you probably realised on this journey, I thought when you call the police back, especially as a woman with children at home that's just had a metal letterbox put on, they're going to believe you. So they were asking me all these questions. Then, followed by a very weird conversation with a man from South Wales Police, which is why I say South Wales Police, who said to me, do you know who these people are that are friends on your Facebook? And I said, oh yeah, they're all this, they're all that. And he said, do you know who Andrew Devine is? Because he's friends with you on your Facebook. He comments on every single one of your posts. He likes all of your lives and comments on them all. And he writes all about the common law in them all in that funny writing. And I was just
it's called quantum grammar.
Yeah, no, but this is what the policeman was saying.
Okay, yeah.
And I said, right, okay, what's this got to do? It's on Facebook, it's a public platform. I have my page open so people can see my...
By the way, this was when I was trying to reach out to Victoria Leonard. I was trying to reach out to her because she was allegedly helping Kelly and Karen. But obviously that broke down. That broke down because she wanted Karen to go to a fake court and be complicit in a crime. She wanted her to keep going to this court because this court, which was proven to be a crime, and she wanted it to carry on being a criminal, go to a court that's a crime scene. Anyway, so you heard it from here. Listen here, police. Are you listening to me, policeman? Please, I'm speaking to you now, Mr. Policeman, PCs out there, you police constables out there. You've heard this woman just say a Welsh policeman phoned her up saying this. Now you know my fucking record. I've given you the permission to fucking put it out there in the public. So now you've heard what this fucking policeman, alleged policeman, has told Victoria, according to Victoria. Yeah. So let's see what it is, eh?
Videos, because I want people to see them. Of course, yeah. So I don't put them private. And he said, well, I highly suggest you block that man who's a sex offender if he was to return to his country.
Who said this? The police?
The South Wales Police.
Right, can I?
Now then, and if he was to return to England, now you all know, yeah, that I did go back to England, because if you remember, we had the Hoaxted trolls that was going to wrap me up in plastic, put me petrol over me and burn me. We had Den Tarrigan saying he was going to stamp my face into the curb. And we had Nathan Curtin, Gary Clark and all them lot saying that they were going to citizens arrest me. Yeah, which all turned out to be stuttering Rex, and Nathan Curtin come down squawking and squeaking. The fact that he got inside information from police, and the fact that he was lying about Jason Waugh, saying that Jason had given me 25 quid, which he hadn't. But never once did he ever apologise for those things, or give us the reasons for how he knew that there was police and a psychiatrist that stopped John Manoa from coming into the country. But hey ho, that's okay.
We've had a woman come in today and give a statement.
Yeah.
And her name
Victoria,
is Barlow.
Can I just?
And she said that Andrew Devine is attacking you online and has provided us, which we will share with you, which I then sent to Devon and Cornwall Police, series of multiple screenshots of Andrew Devine, James Woods posting in these groups, but because of course they have an IPM address or something. I wouldn't know how to do it, but apparently I reported the fraud on Facebook.
Looking forward to seeing this, Victoria. Looking forward to seeing these multiple attacks. If I remember rightly, the only time that I've ever said anything to you was 2 times. One when you came onto my timeline, onto a post that I put on, and I think it was the same post anyway. It was one that myself and Karen, you call Karen Taylor, Karen of the House of Taylor, who we did a video because Karen had had enough, because you'd abused her. You'd been screaming and shouting at her and fucking squawking and calling her all sorts, like, yeah, which was absolutely disgusting. And yeah, she's recorded that. I didn't tell her, she's recorded that. But hey, carry on.
And they then start monitoring it, and then they report it back to the police, or they have a department that deals with it. And they got back to me and they said, yes, we've got confirmation. So then, and this is the shocking part for me, when they asked us about taking a statement to do with this online abuse, and at the time, I couldn't really think about it a lot, because I was also having issues with I didn't have any contact. My other two were completely breaking down because of the contact. I was having false accusations thrown at me all the time. And so a lot of these false accusations, bearing in mind, I was very good friends with Jay and Andrew Devine. I knew I was working very closely with a woman called Karen Taylor. And I spent a lot of my time looking after her and her situation, as you do. And then I was having conversations with them, and it felt like it was being echoed publicly somewhere or being used against me.
Victoria, you've never had a conversation with me. What are you talking about? Let's have where's these conversations? I've never had a chat with you. Have I had another blackout somewhere along the line or something? Because I love to hear these conversations. I know that I was sending you a few messages so that we could have a conversation, so that I could explain to you about the court system and what's actually going down there, but you just wouldn't, would you? You'd never come to me, would you? Amazing, that.
It's really strange. And I had a friend come over, and I'd had listening devices put in my house. I'd had cameras placed on the
Can I ask
street
you
opposite.
something? Can I ask you something, right?
Yeah.
And this is a general question, because I know how Freemasons work. How do you
My
not...
ex-partner is a fucking Freemason, mate. And so is his father. That's why I'm in this shit. That's why I don't see my child, even though she lives down the road.
Right.
They're the worshipful Pharaoh of Freemasons.
Okay. So is there any possibility, and I'm generally asking, that this could have been the work and legal entrapment, unlawful legal entrapment by Freemasonry? Is there any...
Yeah, that's what I've said the whole time. Judge Willis, that's how I pulled her out. That's how I got rid of her. That's how this all started.
Right.
Because I could prove through Exeter Lodge. I went all in and got photos of the judges with David Kendall, my solicitor.
Can I say something else, right? Is there any way for peace of mind, because for us to all do this work, Victoria, right?
I'm never working with Andrew Devine.
But I'm not
works with him.
I'm not,
it's as simple as that.
I'm not asking you to do that, but listen, right? I'm merely saying to you, God and his work and saving the children is above everything else. Above everything else, right? Forgiveness is God. Compassion.
That's the thing is, I asked God on Saturday on the ley line for truth, and that's all I've been saying.
Right, listen.
And literally within hours of that, I've had all of the usurpers rise again, the same ones that I called out in the beginning. And in my truth, I have to be honest with these people.
And I get that.
I spent a year
Victoria,
being persecuted privately, and then you're going,
Victoria,
targeted.
listen.
The only one that hasn't been targeted, have you seen their posts?
Victoria, you have to listen. This is a one-way conversation where you're just like berating at me. I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that, because I actually deserve better than that. Okay, I've done nothing wrong to you. Okay, I've not hurt you, and I know you're very frustrated. I get that. I'm frustrated too. But listen, to do this job, we, the people that are all holding the line, we are all a very important piece of the puzzle to the big jigsaw piece, yes? We have to find some form of resolution.
Okay, darling, right.
Right,
okay,
so
I'll put it like this. You are not being taken seriously because you are so late to the game. These people have criminal records against kids and you're pretending to save them. Put it like that. We're in the general public now and you're fighting for office. You're talking about paedophilia and masonry and you are writing it. What more? On Wednesday you'll see. On the David and Clive live show you'll see.
What are you trying to say about me?
But I'm saying, open your eyes.
My eyes are open. Victoria, I've married a man.
Take a paedophile sympathiser seriously.
Are you calling me a paedophile sympathiser?
Andrew, listen to my words, please.
Teresa Villas is the biggest paedophile, and
And who
paedophiles.
worked with Teresa Villas? Who?
My ex-husband for a start.
Yeah, and who else? And who else?
And
Andrew
half.
Devine.
Right.
Andrew
Tell
Devine.
me.
Are you listening, Teresa Villas? You work with me. You work for me, Teresa Villas, apparently. So, Teresa Villas, would you like to make a little comment on that one? It'd be very interesting to hear what you say. Because I hadn't even heard of your name until I saw Sean, what Sean had put out about you and what you've done to Anthony Baddeley.
Where I get that information from so I can
Ask
see it.
him yourself. Look him in the eyes, or you can't. He's in Greece. Or isn't that? Don't you think that people have
Right,
already
so
come to me
listen,
and gone, isn't it weird that
Victoria,
Sean comes from Greece?
Victoria, please.
I'm sorry, you've got to be careful.
I will.
And
How
nobody is
about-
that you've stolen millions of pounds of innocent people?
Woo! There you go. Can those people that I stole millions of pounds off, can you please come forward, please? Can you please come forward, yeah? And if we're talking about Paris, yeah, we know Paris. We know exactly what Paris did. Yeah? We know exactly why Paris did what Paris did as well. You know? And at the end of the day, he couldn't even get those figures right because apparently some lady on the last fire feed when I was doing it with Todd came back saying that Paris had said it was 2,000. So it increased up from £1,000 to 2,000 when actually it was only 500 that was put in my account, which I told him not to put into my account. And he also tried his hardest to get somewhere because he wanted to destroy me because his whole idea was to do what he wanted to do, which was destroy the global jury group, that we had a good group of people just sitting and talking and trying to sort this world out because of the mess that it's in. And they won't carry on.
All over the world. He's a massive con man. He's a paedophile. He's known. Instead of having an argument with me, go and...
I'm not arguing with you. Why are you so aggressive?
Go to the sex offenders register.
You're so...
Don't take my word for
Right,
it.
I'm literally going on there now. I'm going on the
Go
sex...
on there now and then also do a SARS request to find out, or do a Claire's log, pretending you're getting into a relationship with him. And now come
No,
to
because
your
that's
house and I'll
fraud.
tell you
That's
privately.
fraud.
'Cause
That's...
that's what I did.
Whoa, there you go. That's fraud. But that's what she did. Did you really do that, Victoria? Because I don't think you could have done it, really. So I think you just lied again, really. Because if you had it done, then you'd have known full well that that's a load of nonsense, wouldn't you? Because if you had done whatever it was you're just saying that you do. And by the way, if anyone wants to do that, what she's just said that she did, yeah, I give you my permission. In fact, we can do it. I don't know. Do you do it on a phone call? If it's a phone call or anything, you can come on a live feed like I can bring you into my Zoom and we'll open it. We'll leave it in the open. Yeah, we'll put it on the public and you can make that phone call and find out. And we can let the whole world listen to whatever this report that she just said can come out and we can hear, everyone can hear it then. Because you can't beat open and transparency, can you? I've got nothing to hide.
That's what I did.
Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting at me?
Because it worries
It's
me. You've got
aggressive.
children. You're working for the children and it's my passion.
No. It's,
Passion.
no.
And I hate
No. Teresa Villas, right?
We're not targeting one person, it's the whole system.
Listen, Teresa Villas is Teresa Villas.
I'm sorry, I'm
Teresa, it's not Teresa.
Deaf, love.
I'm deaf. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Put phone down on her. Put phone down on her. Because Andy Devine apparently is working with Teresa Villas. I wonder who Andy Devine is. It ain't me. So anyway, I just thought I needed to do that. I mean, I could have another recording off Karen and put out, you know, and I'm sure there's many other people out there, yeah, that Victoria Leonard has come to. And may I say, you know, because actually I think there's a couple of people who have said, like, you know, be careful, like, and I don't know this James guy who she's talking about either, you know, but I remember that he said something to Brian Clare, and they had a bit of a tiff. There was a fallout between him and Brian Clare, and I said, hang on, Brian. I said, if I was you, I would check what your, you know, check whatever it is that's being said, like, because it could be genuine. I said, I'm not saying it is. I'm not taking sides, like, yeah. I says, but trust me, yeah, I don't I'm not sure. Again, the $64,000 question. I'm not sure whether she's being paid to do what she's doing, but she's being very not. She's not good. She's not being good. She's not honest. She's not truthful. Good phone call for insurance. Yeah, James is a nice person. I don't know James. I don't know James personally. Play mine. Okay, I'll play Frank's now as well. Let me just play Frank's recording. What she did to Frank. Where did I do? I put it down. So, douche. So there's Frank's recording. There we go. Yeah. On one of Victoria's lives, I still can't find it, but 6 minutes 35 seconds in, you can hear her saying paedophilia needs to be normalized. I don't know on that. I'm just reading the message out there. Be that true or not, somebody can find out for yourselves. But anyway, this is the message that Frank's just asked me to play out.
Hi Frank, this is Victoria Leonard. This is a friendly mate, because I'll tell you once, I'll tell you twice. You fuck with me and you'll get me more than once. Why don't you share this with your mate James? What, because you think you can threaten people and charities? You're such a fucking crackpot, mate, that you actually hang out with paedophiles. James Holmes and you are paedophiles. The reason you're not allowed near your grandkid is because you're a child abuser. So, welcome to Willy World, Frank. Keep slagging me off, mate. It's called slander. Unless you'll be liable for it. Dick!
You know, the sad part about it all is like, you know, is that she's laughing all the time when she does this. And when I did when I put that, like, you know, say, can you say this under the penalty of perjury and all the stuff that she'd been saying, like, you know, she came back to me and in fact, let me probably show you that actually. And show you the message that this was the one message. I didn't get a chance to answer it because she didn't allow me to answer it. Oh, don't this one. Look at the wrong one. 1 second. See if I find the message. See what she said. This is before she came, dropped the message and blocked me and ran off. Because she never wanted to face me. Like I say, I've never spoken to the woman. So you know, how she can say anything else is beyond me. Because I said, like I said to her, but I remembered now. So yeah, so it was like laughing, and then it's got really odd behaviours, criminal activity, and secretly recording while making sure Karen disengages from court. Who do you work for? Clap, 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 clap. So, and that was sent on the 11th of June 2021 at 7:14 p.m. So, you know, what can I say? Acts like the woman in Fatal Attraction. Didn't you do a live with her a while ago? So that kind of threat. Did it? So that kind of threat. Who? If she's not on medication, she needs to be. I've never done a live with her. I asked her to have a chat. It was ages ago because that was around the time when Kelly was. The only reason I knew her was because she was putting some stuff out about Kelly, and for the life of me, I can't think who it was that whoever. She'll probably listen to this when it comes on. And she'll say, yes, it was me, Andy. I got in touch. And Karen, when Karen listens to this, Karen can clearly state her truth because it's not me, is it? I don't need to speak anything. Karen can speak for herself. You know, I can speak for myself. All I will say is, like, you know, as I came on here to rebut all these things, because I know that she's doing this, and I know there's a lot of people out there that's getting the phone calls from her. Now, again, I'm not saying she's good or bad. What I'm saying is it's not very nice what she's doing. In fact, it's downright disgusting what she's doing. But if she's having that, as I used to always say, like I said to Paris, the first time when he did it, you know, I said, "Are you sure you want to let him back in the Zoom? You remember that, guys? I said, sure you want to let him back in?" I said, "I don't mind, but you know, the chances are, you know, I didn't trust anything about him, so I wouldn't take anything off him." And that's why he put that money in there, just to do what he did. He said, "I don't want it back. It's your, you know, do what you want." So, but I was giving that money out, i.e. was giving money to like Matt Taylor, people going to see John, people going to see Carol. There was money going out all over the place. Katie is replying to Frank. Oh, okay. Yesterday I was so low, I actually was contemplating calling time on life. I'm very lucky my friends and clients verify my good work. I dealt with this abuse and harassment in silence last year. My husband has seen it continuously. And another reason why I do what I do, you know, because listen, guys, I'm long in the tooth. Those that know me know exactly how much abuse I've had. I would have said probably that my worst attack, really, that probably affected the most people around here was, there was obviously, I don't know if you know Hookstead and them group of trolls, but what they did was they doxed, or should I say, well, doxed as well, but they blasted all the pages of the villas and all this lot of groups on the island that I'm on, and they went through all my friends list, not just here and back in England, saying that I was a paedophile, blah blah blah, and all this lot. And they made a video of Google Earth pointing the arrow to the house, to where I live. Yeah. So just to try and get someone to come and hurt, because remember these file. So again, Kate, just remember, yeah, they can only do words, yeah, can only do words. They try to assassinate you, yeah, by trying to get you to do something, get angry. They stick pins in you so that you get angry, a bit like what John did. John was getting very passionate and very, you know, and they used it against him. You see, me, they're not gonna arouse my anger, because, in fact, you know what, the number 2 on my list of 7 things that you need to do in life, number 2 was, it's none of my business what somebody else thinks of me. And because I don't make it any of my business what anyone else thinks of me, what Victoria Leonard's doing, it doesn't bother me. You know, this is the sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. What she's saying doesn't hurt me. But what I will say is, what she's saying hurts other people, because other people think that she's genuine and she's telling the truth, because doesn't she sound genuine? Doesn't she sound truthful when she's saying it? And a policeman's told her this information and all this lot, you know? But what I'm saying is, then other people will say it, and then they have to come back and say, "I'm so sorry." And as I always said, I've already forgiven you. I've already forgiven you, because as Buddha said, yeah, if I give you a present and you don't accept the present, whose present is it? And it goes the same with an insult. If I don't accept the insult, whose insult is it? So Victoria, yeah, you're going to have to eat all those words, every single one of them, because that's not good, gal. That's not good. And you're going to have to eat those words, just like everybody else did. Just like everybody else did, or will do. Sooner or later, every single one of you will do, because I'm as genuine as can be. I've got no secrets. I'm transparent. I'm completely open. I always have been. I knew, as Sean is now, you know, she knew as well. She knew the attacks that would come. She knew that she had to get everything out, because they couldn't use it against you. And for the record, yeah, my record of police, Mike, so my criminal record is, yeah, I got one was for criminal damage, where some geezer was abusing me, proper abusing me and and he took the absolute piss and he pushed me to the limit where I kicked fuck out of his car because he wouldn't get out of the car. That was one, you know, and I would say that was, he'd done that. He pushed me to that limit because he was an outright arsehole and he deserved everything he got. That was one. So I was forced and pushed and twisted and manipulated and wound up to do something. Plus I'd had a drink as well, right? So it made no fucking better. But that was years and years ago. That was when I was really, probably 20. And the other one was when the police wanted me to work for you, yeah? When they wanted me to work for them. When I got done for cannabis. Yeah. And in the end, they stuck me in prison for, what was it, 21 months, I think they gave me, yeah? 21 months, I did 11 and a half months. But when I came out, I didn't even have to do 5.5 months because we went to do 5.5 on probation then. But the probation wouldn't have me anywhere near it. She wouldn't have me. So she tried to shove me to Stafford. Well, I'd set a business up by then. So I went over to Stafford and I said, this is the first and last time I'm ever coming here. You can do what the fuck you want, but I've got a business to run. And if you think that silly cow is going to chuck me over to Stafford just because she can't face me because I embarrassed her, because she came in there saying that this big guy, Longus, you know who you are as well from Burton, yeah, you done wrong, didn't you, boy? You done wrong. Because I stopped. I mean, he tried to choke somebody in prison, nearly killed him. We had to knock him off, right? Yeah. And this woman was saying he's a great guy, he's a lovely guy. Well, after he came out, within not so long, he'd abused some child, you know. So yeah, and I obviously just couldn't help but letting Heather, her name was, the probation officer, you know, remember me, because she said, "What are you doing here? You're not a criminal." I remember it was very vivid, like, you know what I mean? But it was a good period. It was experience, you know. And I don't. At the end of the day, I didn't have to do any of that. If only I had known then what I now know. It was my own stupid fault, and I don't look at it as bad. But when those police, by the way, was trying to get me to work for them, yeah, I can say this, hand on heart, nothing to do with Freemasonry, by the way, but hand on heart, yeah, I can say, yeah. The two DS that came and arrested me, well, the ones that came into the pub, flashed the badge and asked me outside. They was very respectful, very, very respectful. They left my missus alone, yeah. And when I went outside, the armed tactical squad was there already for me, buffing all this lot of crap. And they took me down, took the cuffs off, got in the car, you know, sorry for all this, like, it's nothing to us. You know, just trying to soften you up as they do. They wanted me to work for them, like, yeah. Well, when I went in there, I went down there because we wanted to prove to my dad, you see, because my dad was all police and my mum was Jesus, right? So I was brought up with Jesus, yeah, and the word of Jesus with my mum, and my dad was like saying, you know, respect authority, respect the police and all this. Like. So I said, like, you know, Dad, you talk to me. I can't fault my mum. I can't fault the words of Jesus, you know, because, you know, it's just logic. It's obvious. So, you know, I could never fault the words of Jesus. You know, I'm not talking about with religion here. I'm not talking about it because I'm not religious, you know. And I know that, you know, the Creator's within inside us all. Like, once you realise it, you are, you know, you are a part of, you know, if you're a part of creation, then you're of the Creator, yeah. So He's within inside all of you. You just need to remember that. That's all. You just need to know who you were. And the only way you're going to do that is by being honest to yourself and stop lying, and stop acting, be truthful. Make that pact to yourself like I did. I made that pact to myself. It was very hard. That was the dying. That was the, you know, being born again. Because everything that I knew, I didn't. Because now I knew that I knew nothing. I knew that everything I'd been told was a lie. You know, the majority just doing what they do because that's what they do. Because they're just acting. Stop it. Stop being the acting. I work 90 hours a week, my paid work and my voluntary work. Why should anyone put up with this behaviour? It's inexcusable. We do what we do, Katie. We just carry on, mate. Don't expect anything from anybody. No expectations. It's a very good thing. No expectations. If you've got no expectations, you'll never be disappointed. Yeah? Just stay on the level. All I want to be is content. But I can't be content while I'm sitting around watching what's being done to the children, being done to the people out there. We have to do it. It's a duty. when you find yourself again, you realize your purpose, and there's no greater deed than working with the truth, working in the truth, and wanting the truth, and nothing but the truth. Yeah. So that's all I can say. So, Victoria, again, I forgive you for what you've said. You know, because it's nothing to do with me. You've said it. You know, but what I will say is this: you're a liar. You've multiply lied there. Now that's knowing. You know that you've lied. You know that you lied. See, that's the difference. A liar is a liar because he knows the truth. And you know I've never spoken with you. You know. So that's a lie. And you can't have done that thing that you said where you find out, because that's bullshit. Because if you're telling me that if I want to see that report, I want somebody else to do that. I give you permission, because like if anyone wants to like pretend that, you know, they've got a relationship with me and do whatever this thing is that she was saying, I don't know what it was, that you get the information on me, you know, I'll, you know, speak to me so that we've got a little message. We can give ourselves a little contract that you can phone up, or whatever it is, you can send off, and we'll get it out and you can share it. You know, how about that? Can't be any more transparent than that, can I, guys? I can't be any more transparent than that. Knowledge without study is useless, 100%. I just think you come across very open, honest, and genuine. So I'm glad I was guided to you. Thank you, Susan. I've only tried to be what I can. You do know you are the church within you between the temples. And I've got a bit of a headache as well today. But anyway, guys, never be afraid and don't be concerned what people are saying, because, you know, at the end of the day, what anyone, you know, I mean, again, I'm not religious, but like, you know, you can turn anything into gold. You know, you can, whatever they use against you, you know, if you're standing within the truth and you're standing in honor, yeah, it doesn't matter what they say about you, because whatever they say about you, yeah, it does you a favor. Because anybody who listens to people like this doing things, and if she is one of those people that listens to other people like that, and that's all she's doing is regurgitating the same bullshit, but she's not, because she's lying. She's also lying as well, because she said she's spoken to me and all this like that. No. You're a liar. You're a liar, Victoria. Why is the question? Why? Are you, because I remember another girl. There was another gal that did something like this to me. Mulligan, somewhat Mulligan. You know, she was like a very nice girl. And then all of a sudden she turned on me, said out that I was a fucking paedophile and all this lot. So it's obviously going to be the same people that's attacking him. All right. Is it because you've been offered a job, offered like, you know, a bit of a what's it like? What's this one here? What's this one here? Oh shit. Anyone has association of, oh, Andrew Devine, not real name. Hang on. Can I show you? I can show you this. It doesn't say who sent it, does it? No, it doesn't say who sent it. So I'll share this with you. This is something else, just to show you what this girl's doing. She's naughty, very naughty, Victoria. I don't know about these people. Right, and so anyone who has any association with the following people, please remove yourself from my friends list. They attack innocent women and children and report service users to the police and social services they pretend to help. Craig Johnson, don't know, not real name anyway, apparently. Katie Revel. Is that the Katie that was just talking to me then? James Holmes, J. Dakin, Justice Reform, Andrea Cochran, Peter Jennings, Amy Ross, Jerry Hannah, Andrew Devine, not real name. Hang on. Remember in London, Frank, you was with me, weren't you? And I gave the policeman my my passport. Do not pretend to help people, guys. You're dangerous. I have seen too many times. No, too many times now. These are egos, and they all have reported me and others to police out of spite. Policeman, by the way. Any policeman out there, yeah, can you produce a police report where I've reported Victoria Leonard, please? And can you pub it out for the public so you can discredit me and make me look the liar that I must be, because that's what she says so. They misuse the services, and if people don't agree, report them to social services. Can any social services ever see me report? Can anyone, any report from me to any of these people on this Victoria Leonard, or any woman or a woman, but for that matter? I do not profit from others' sorrow. Please request the company's house reg and accounts from above. They are compulsive liars, and anyone associated with threats to mine or my services uses children, or my services users children will get my wrath. Your wrath. Wow. Stop sharing. So anyway, so I don't know if you saw that as well. I can't see it, but say you know, because I don't mind. So there you go. So there you go. There you go. There you go. See the photo. See me. There you go. There you go. Okay. Put your hands. I've been working. See, I've been grafting as well. I've been working ever so hard. The services are scabby mace and maggots. Correct. Hello, Mr. Policeman. Can I show you my passport for the record? Can you tell me what name is on it? I said, because this was Gary Clark who got in there with his driving license, wasn't he? He tried to make me get, because they was calling me Andrew, what was it? The postman who dropped a letter off for somebody else. Anyway, I said, look, I've got this girlfriend, yeah, she don't believe who I am, like, she don't believe my name's Andrew Divine, like, you know? Anyway, she don't believe. I said, she doesn't believe my name is who I am. Can you tell me who my name is, like? And the policeman read it out. I did it on a live feed, by the way. I've just shown you again anyway, so not that it matters, like, but I'm just doing this, you know, for the record, like, you know, because like I say, I've nothing to hide. I'm nothing to hide here. So Victoria, yeah, an apology would be nice, you know. And in fact, actually, what would be better, your sources of information, where you get your sources of information from. If you've got any, you know, people that you want to say, I mean, who am I going to say? It's going to be some of the Oakstead lot anyway, isn't it? Probably Nathan Curtin, Yolanda Kenwood, maybe even Joanne Solis, you know, something like that. But anyway, whoever it is that's giving you the evidence, Victoria, you can come out. We can do a live. You can do a live, and you can do it. By the way, don't bother just coming with your squawking and shouting like that. It's not needed. It's not needed. But like I say, I'm sure there's a lot more people out there that have also had messages from this girl. So you know, but there's my side. There's my rebuttal. So on that note, I'm going to go and make myself a nice drink and. Kelly Nectar. Good night all. Keep smiling. And like I say, don't be scared of these people that are doing this. They might just be stupid people, yeah, or nice people. Stupid and ignorant, yeah, nice people. But either way, yeah, it's not very nice what they're doing. It isn't very kind. It's not very pleasant. But fortunately enough for me, it doesn't bother me. I'm long in the tooth now. But like I say, it's very important. It's none of your business what somebody else thinks of you. Don't make it your business and it won't matter. And remember, no expectations. Just keep smiling, yeah. God bless. Bye for now. And by the way, yeah, a big heads up and thank you for Sean, yeah, because Sean is genuine. I'm telling you now, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, she's the real deal. And she has put everything out there because she knows who she's attacking, what's attacking her, and the fact that she's been tried to have mental health done again today. And she's put that video out. You should listen to it, mate. They are seriously going for Sean. And I think we all need to get out there for her and get on her. That's why I do. That's what I do. I see people that are genuine and I jump on there and I shine the light on them, because the brighter the light that shine on them, the less chance there is of them doing anything dirty to them. And the fact, and I love the fact that she's recording everything and she's putting it straight out there in the public, so that it's all out there in the public, because that's what it should be, isn't it? We've got nothing to hide. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye for now.